The world we live in is made up of many kinds of people from all over the globe, and with these different kinds of people come differing ideas, viewpoints, and lives. We are 99.9% the same, yet we look, act, and think differently. And this, over thousands of years, has led people to truly believe that we are different, and for prejudices and biases to occur. Being a girl, and in a robotics club at my high school, I'm constantly being exposed to new organizations and campaigns to promote women in STEAM, such as She++, Girl Up, and even the White House. So when my English teacher came to us at the end of the year and told us we had to do a project that focused on a social justice issue in my community, the first thing that came to my mind was gender inequality. There are many different topics that can be discussed under gender inequality, such as unequal pay, unequal job opportunities, or unequal work hours, etc. But one thing that people tend to forget is inequality in the household. Again, for thousands of years, mankind has believed that women were inferior to men, ever since Eve ate an apple from the Garden of Eve. And since then, men and women have separated themselves into different spheres. Women are forced to stay in the household, while men belong to the workforce. But during World War II, women in America really had to step up and take charge of factories while the men were at war in order to keep America running. So when the men came back from World War II, women had to go back into the household so the men could get their jobs back. But women were reluctant to go back because they found a new identity for themselves. And so, men created these campaigns to force women to go back, giving them new values and new identities. This thing called the cult of domesticity essentially forced women back into the home, making them a true woman if they did that. Society told women that they must manage the household. But soon women realized that there's much more to life than cooking and cleaning, and they realized that their education was really important, and that the whole 1920s women's rights movement was also important. The principal thing that women learned was that they belonged in the workforce with men. Many women have jobs, but there is still a social justice inequality because they work something called the double shift, where in the morning they work, but in the night they're still forced to take care of the household by cooking, cleaning, taking care of children even. So here's the equation. We have women who work in the household who also have a job, which equals a social justice inequality, because where are the men? So here's the man's equation. All they have to do is hold a job and they get money and happiness. Yes, I'm oversimplifying the equation, but see, here's the deal. While men do not have to focus on the household, they have time to further their education, further their work, by doing presentations, they can even go out. The women's free time is all occupied by their children and by the household, so they can only do children's homework, and cleaning up the house, etc. So this inequality in the household leads to an inequality outside the household. So instead of just arguing that women need equal pay, how about also arguing for the same amount of free time? Because if they want to further their careers, then they should have the time to do that, just like men do. So I'm not just going to leave you here without giving you any solutions. So what you should try to do in your own home is to de-gender the household tasks and encourage all your children to cook, to clean, do everything together. And men also have to step up. So husbands have to step up and take their share of the household because it's their home too. And hopefully by implementing these solutions, we'll create a bigger, happier, healthier, and smarter world. Thank you for watching.